We are back. We are back. Listen, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time I'm back to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is the Season 9 Reunion Part 3. Let's get off into it. Honey, Martel was crashing out in true narcissistic style, honey. Okay? In true narcissistic style. Okay, so Melody gets on Martel for not challenging Ken, but needing to argue with women all the time, which is what narcissistic men do. Marceau was laughing at that. Maurice was over there laughing. But this is what they do. They love picking fights with women. And then when it's time to confront a man, it's all good in the hood. You know, he didn't really disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah. Melody got a kick out of making Martel lose his ish because she tells Tisha, look at it, girl. See, Melody know how to get his ass on them damn ropes. Latifah, you be every which way. Like, you don't know how to deal with a man like Martel, honey. Melody know what to do, honey. Okay? I saw that man triggered, bothered, wanted to holler. He couldn't call his lifeline Ariane. Okay? A mess. It's a mess. He just wants Melody on stage arguing with those people. She's not anybody's friend. He loves, like, that storyline, that narrative. That's what he wanted. And the fact that they was laughing at Melody's jokes, that rubbed him the wrong way. And that showed him that they could take or leave his ass too. Now, see, he didn't already backstab and betrayed Latifah and Marceau, though, right? He act like he didn't forgot about that. It's a mess. So Carlos tries to get on Martel and all the jokes that he's made during the reunion. And Martel tells Maurice and the others that when Melody said something, nobody said anything. And he's like screaming, he's belligerent, he tells them to shut the F up, and and then Miss Nail says, you need to be quiet, stop screaming, all in my damn ear. And I'm like, Fletcher, you gonna get in there? You gonna let him talk to Miss Nail like that? He's looking down like a little boy that lost his house keys, honey. Okay, a mess. But, so right after that, Martel immediately apologizes to Miss Nail. It wasn't a apology to Miss Nail or Chris. It was the fact that it made him look bad and he was losing it. That's how narcissistic people are. It hurts them more to look bad than for them to make you feel bad. So he doesn't like that everybody sees that he's losing his ish because of Melody. He can't believe that Melody didn't file what she didn't file on him. He just can't believe his life right now. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Okay, I said, look at him just crashing out, just crashing the F out, honey, a mess. I said, look old hook-headed. Damn head gonna be on the floor, honey, by the time this part 3 is over, honey. Okay, because Melody was getting into that ass, honey. I said, come on, Melody, get him. Okay, so Melody begins asking Crush Fletcher, did he introduce Martel and Trisha? And I was cracking up. I said, look at Melody, honey, okay? Being facetious, okay? Am I saying the name right, honey? I don't use that word every day, honey, but yeah. She was being condescending too. It was just so funny. I like how she did that. Fletcher looked nervous. Okay, Melody turned into an attorney. A mess. So Martel slid in Trisha's DMs and invited her to his home to work out. Trisha says no. Trisha says we were supposed to work out at a gym, but you didn't end up at the gym. You ended up at his house. Damn. Is the truth in you, girl? Okay, damn. Look, I'm about to turn into Florida Evans. Damn. Like, girl, you couldn't tell the truth if your life depended on it. Now, these brother Tuckers then broke up. All that shiggity, all that United Front stuff that went out the door that last episode. Okay, these brother Tuckers, Ken and Trisha, are now broken up, and I saw some little post she made on social media. We'll talk about it on another video. Carlos King liked the post. She was basically talking about starting over and telling her truth. Bitch, if you would have told the truth the first time, you wouldn't have these problems, okay? A mess. A lie, don't care who tell it. Okay? That's what Trisha need as a t-shirt. So Carlos brings up the point that you was at a married man's house, and Trisha was like, yeah, but it was at, the neighborhood it was in, it was, they have clubhouses out there, and I train people. It's like, girl, we didn't ask you all of that. You ended up at the man's house, and the man was married, okay? A mess. Carlos asked, did you know that Martel was married? Because she said she didn't know of his character. She didn't know about the show. She didn't know he was married until he told her and began talking to her about Mel. And everybody looking like they can't believe that. Carlos looks into the camera like, yeah, sis, we not buying that. So then Trisha says, let me not say that. Is that not the damn truth? Melody over there rolling her eyes and sucking her teeth. It's like the truth ain't in this bitch. Where y'all get her from? Okay, girl, you need to work that brain out. And she is a Martel. They work on their body, but the damn brain, it's like, ain't no sense in it. Listen, can we put a quarter in and get your ass to working? How about 50 cents? Anybody got any change? Okay, a mess. Carlos like, it's Huntsville. It's a small town. Like, I know y'all be watching TV because y'all ain't got shit else to do. Okay, a mess. I'm just playing. Trisha says she was disturbed at that point because it was a lot of death going on in her life, and she was, dealing with that. Yeah, I understand that, but girl, you still should be forthright and transparent and just tell the damn truth. Carlos asked the perfect question. He says to Ken, do you feel that Martel set Trisha up to look like a loose woman? And Ken was like, absolutely. Pretty much. It wasn't just Martel, though. It's her and her lies. And normally when people lie about little shit, it's just of poor character. Okay? We get you may lie here and there from time to time to get out of stuff and not to hurt people's feelings. We get that, but like you are asked some pretty direct questions and you don't answer the right way. So Ken says Martel wanting to work out with Trish is all cap because he may use working out to lure her over there, but his intentions wasn't really, to work out with her. I like how Ken broke that down because that's true. That is true. You was looking to screw. You was looking to hold something. Okay? And Martel, you need to quit with this, she wasn't looking that good, because Ken called cap on that. He was like, what? Child, she still looked the same. She was still looking good. So I guess Martel, when he seen her, he wasn't all that impressed. But you ain't impressed with that Ugga Booga you cheated on Melody with. That girl is not pretty at all. Not cute. Okay? She gives DW. I said it. DW. That is how that girl look. Ariana is like not bad like that. She's not. And for him to be like, I wouldn't date Trish. I'm not attracted to her. Her and Ariane, hell, could be sisters. Except Trisha looks a lot better. And she seems to be more, see, Trisha, you be lying. Look, not Mia be lying. Trisha be lying. Trisha and Mia be lying. Okay, a mess. I like Trisha better than Ariane. Her character is questionable, but it's better than Ariane. Okay? It is. She don't give that cocky, arrogant, throw something in somebody's face. She don't, I don't get that from her. Now she be lying and we don't know what's real or what's fake with her, but she just don't give me that. Carlos gets on the season finale and the argument that they had that Martel is the problem. Kim tries to play it off as, oh, well, she was just trying to piss me off. Y'all are broken up now, allegedly, but I think y'all are broken up. I think that relationship is a facade. I think it was crazy when Marquez said, because it was true, he had told Ken, yeah, she don't even want to marry you. I was like, oops, child. Oh, and I love Marquez giving Melody her flowers in front of Martel. He even asked, you ain't got to ask that nigga shit. He got a whole side chick over there and a baby, so you ain't got to ask that man nothing. Okay? But when I tell you I love that part and Marquez look good with Melody, it's just, I don't think he got enough money, okay? I hope he ain't thinking that Melody gonna be his sugar mama, okay? Ken makes a joke about Marceau, he's gonna pull it out of you. He compares him to Trisha. I thought he was talking about Melody and Martel and how they go back and forth. But Ken, the way that you argued with her was very reckless. It was very disrespectful. I wouldn't want to be with a man like you. And I am kind of with Marquez when he says you're always talking about money. You do. You're like always bringing it up, reminding everybody. I am telling you all from previous experience, you can't be with a man like that. He's going to drive you crazy. Yeah, he may be providing things, but you don't need a nigga reminding you. Okay? All the time, what he didn't pay for, your car don't work. We as the viewing audience, we didn't need to know all of that. And I think when you embarrass your woman on national TV, like, I just feel like there ain't no coming back from that. So I'm not surprised that they have broken up. They came across as, way too perfect. I did at first like their relationship, but it's like as time went on, I didn't trust it. And then you always throwing money in people's face, and it just, you come off like you're not there for the right reasons. Carlos asks Ken, does he trust Trisha? He says yes, she has a weird way of doing things and saying things, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense. You shouldn't trust her. Anytime a person won't just flat out tell you the truth, that means they lying. Okay? Martel didn't apologize to Trisha. He don't feel like he did anything wrong, making her look like a floozy. I mean, he's a narcissist, honey. They ain't got no empathy. They don't apologize. Okay? Marquez is cute. I don't know why I ain't never noticed it, but he's cute. Martel, he's threatened by Marquez and Ken. Because now, some other men's on the show that look good. So they got married in 2006, Trisha and Marquez. He packed his bags in 2021. Trisha says he wasn't staying there. She said he was in and out. He was at his friend's house. His name was on the lease. Trisha, I'm disappointed in your look. You look good at that graduation party when you just had that tank on and them shorts. I like the braids you had in. You probably should have had that. Or you don't need to do much. You're a beautiful woman. And the fact you up there with that blonde, I don't like it. I just don't like it. You got two men up there, girl. Okay, this is a lesson for all of you. You got two men fighting over you. You need to be looking good. You should have came looking good like Melody, honey. Okay? A mess. Oh, Kim said that he wanted to lick Trish like a lollipop in 2017. What? And they were still married? But if you're not with her, then I don't know why niggas act like this. And I had the same issue with Apollo. Apollo was over there cheating on Phaedra. Now he mad that she dating his friend, as she should. Shit, I don't know why you niggas be wanting women to be the bigger person. Women, you are not here to be slaves to men, to put your feelings last. They don't be putting you first, so we don't have to consider how y'all feel. You damn sure don't care about how we feel with the raggedy shiggity that you do. So, child, a mess. So Marquez tells Ken, you need to bonus for Trisha, the mother, and you need to be an extra. Stop acting like you my kid's father. I do see some of that with Ken, and now that we know how Ken throws money in people's faces, at the same time, Marquez, you have to financially support your kids as a man. I don't give a fuck if you have it or not. Do not ask another man for money, especially the man that's living with your kids. Go ask another man or go get your hustle on or whatever the hell you need to do, but do not, don't ask him for nothing because it's a setup. He one of them people, he go throw stuff right in your face. So, because he's not really doing stuff for the right reasons. Some men, they come into situations like this looking to prove a point to themselves. It ain't even about the woman. We can't even say he's doing it because he loved Trisha, because he told us that her truck wasn't fixed. And he the one to do all the fixing. He the one with the cars. He the big kahuna, okay? And when a man talks like that, it's just never good. And I know some people was like, yeah, but he was upset. No, when people are angry, that's kind of when they really tell you how they really feel, how they really look at things. And a lot of people will give to you just to control your life. Control is not love. That's why there's so many single women out here, because that's all men want to do. They don't want to love. They don't want to provide. If they do provide, they want to overly control. Okay? They want the woman to do all the work in the household. And yeah, I paid all the bills. I didn't research this. Okay? I didn't talk to many of men. Yeah, I paid all the bills. She should have just been happy. That is not enough. It's not enough. Look at Monique Samuels and Chris Samuels. Yeah, I'm paying for everything. I'm the one doing, but meanwhile, you're not tuned in into the woman's emotional needs. You're not running her a bubble bath. You're not taking her out on dates. Yeah, you paying for stuff, but this is still a human being. But they treat you in a very objectifying way, like a possessive way, I didn't bought you, I didn't purchase you. You are just a thing, a object, okay? You're just an object to them. Women want to be treated like people, like human beings, not even like, oh, well, you just so beautiful, not even that. That's why a lot of pretty women are not in relationships and marriages, because they're sick of people just talking about how they look. They want to be seen. They want to be heard as a human being, as a person with their own thoughts, feelings, wants, desires. And men, sometimes they're so distracted by how the woman look. They don't even make it to that point. They're just so superficial. So, that's why you see a lot of pretty women. They're not in these marriages and relationships. Okay? I know that all too well, too. It's a mess. I like what Marquez said. And normally I wouldn't be feeling Marquez, but it's because I have watched Ken's behavior. Ken keeps saying, well, as a man and as a different men have a different definition of being a man. But also being a man, you're providing, you shouldn't be throwing that in nobody's face, because it just says that you're not doing that. You're not doing it from the heart. Okay? You're doing it for superficial reasons, because it makes you look good, because it looks nice. Okay, and then you want to compete with this man that's their real father. And then I kind of feel like Ken feels jealous and competitive with Marquez because she hasn't divorced him outright. You know? That's why he over there overcompensating. Okay? I like that Marceau asked Tisha to switch seats with him because the men were yelling and screaming at each other. Yeah. Finally, you look out for your damn wife. Finally. I'm like CeCe Peniston, goddammit. Finally, it happened. So, Marquez wants to play the audio of Ken saying DNA doesn't make you a father. That is true. Both of y'all are right, though. And Ken, money don't make you this good man. Just having money. That's why there's so many niggas with six figures that get left every day. Girlfriend be cheating with a man that don't even make that much, because it's not just about money. As human beings, we have feelings, wants, needs, desires. And if you're just doing the money part of it, you know, you half-assing it. And the woman will still take your damn money and sleep with you. Okay? Because the bills got to be paid, goddammit. Okay? I'm just speaking the truth. But she ain't gonna love and respect you. You have to see her. You have to get her. And have, you know, real intimacy with her without taking your damn drawers off. How about that? Y'all don't know nothing about that. Okay, so yeah, that's intimacy. Into me, you see. Okay, so yeah, maybe we talk about that on another video, child. A mess. Miss Robinson getting flustered. Okay, these niggas is doing too much. I like Ken's suit he had on, the green. It's cute. I'm gonna say this too, Ken. You have to make room for him. You have to make room for him. You got to stop putting him down. And what's his name, Marquez, you got to get your shit together and not give them a reason to even be saying that stuff. Like, y'all both got work to do. Both of y'all. But yeah, that's, you know, those are that man's real kids, and you speaking down to him like he another one of the damn kids. Yeah, he may not be as responsible as you, but I still feel like, you know, you just still be fair by people and give them respect. And at the end of the day, he's still their dad. Okay? And them kids ain't gonna respect you if you putting a dad down and lifting yourself up every 5 minutes. They see and hear that. And if you're gonna do that, then I feel like all of y'all don't need to be talking, because now it's at a point where the kids are older. He could just call them on their phone. Okay? Carlos goes over to Marquez and tries to get him to calm down and sit down. Marquez feels like nobody's listening to him. So Carlos tries to explain to Marquez people are going to have opinions. They're going to have a rebuttal, you know, and you know, I do the questions the way in which I do so that people on this platform can, you know, take a deep dive into their behavior and things, you know, they may need to work on, right? Then he gets into, so you like Melody, you got a crush on Melody. He says, not a crush, it's more of an admiration. Marquez says he wants to get to know Melody as a person, not go out on a date. Oh, so you ain't trying to spend no money, nigga. I could read in between the lines. Our girl is not available for that bullshiggity. Okay, you gonna have to spend some money. Okay, you gonna have to put in on this man. Okay. Marquez is funny. He is funny. So, you know, he says he admires Melody for her business acumen, and Melody was just like, yeah, he always talking to me about business. Ken says he's pulling a Martel and just trying to, you know, use business to get through the door. And that is what some men do when they are not financially ready to date and commit to a woman. They try to get in on the friend tip or get in and, oh, I just want to know about that. You want the drama. draws. Okay, you want him, damn it, and just come out and say it, nigga, at this point. But yeah, he is taking up, with Melody. He's attracted to her. Trisha is jealous. He could be doing all this on purpose, though, because that's how these niggas is. They're very triangular, honey. They just gotta bring another woman into it, and, it's a mess. Child Marquez was over there giving Ken the blues. Oh, so, you like that your girl messing with Martel? Okay. She lied to you. She ain't even want to tell you about it. She don't even want to marry you. I was like, ooh, child, he's just throwing daggers, honey. Yes. So Marquez did not sign the divorce papers. That's what Trisha says. Ken says he's lying. Marquez says he's the one that presented her with the divorce paper. I'm like, what? So Marquez tells Ken that Trisha should have been signed those papers about 4 or 5 years ago. He said that he tried to fight for his marriage. Trisha says he didn't. You can't fight for your marriage and you abandon and neglect your family while this woman is going through death. I actually heard of a situation where a man ended up getting a divorce because he was not there emotionally, for his woman. And you cannot be emotionally bankrupt. You cannot be that way with your woman. She is going to resent you. She's going to put a wall up. Child Marquez said he's glad he ain't got to deal with a woman that's broken. Trisha needs counseling. She does. So do you. Ken needs it too. All of y'all. I like Marquez for Melody on a looks level. Okay, I'm being a little superficial. They look good together. He tried to ask Martel. You ain't got to ask him shit. I told you he done had a whole side chick. He been screwing whoever, however, for how long. Ken was annoyed when Marquez got down on bended knee, honey, and Carlos couldn't wait to give that man them flowers to give to Melody. She was blushing. It was cute. Trisha was laughing. It was crazy. Marquez goes up to Martel. He said he shows him nothing but love and respect. He said, don't let this clown fool you. A mess. Is Marquez likable? He seems kind of likable. It's something about him that I kind of like. So yeah, I'm gonna be tuning in to the Queen Sheba interview, and we will be discussing it, you guys. Shout out to Queen Sheba, honey. That's my girl. I love me some Queen Sheba, honey. Yes. Oh, Marquez said if she came to the house, she wasn't working out. Oh, he is shady, honey. And Carlos loves every bit of this. Okay, so I'm thinking these people are going to be at the forefront of next season, especially if Melody is not coming back, right? They started talking about the girls' trip. Did Melody feel the pressure to please everybody? Absolutely. Tisha says she hated the room. Sunny says she loved her room. Tisha felt like they should have had better rooms because her and Kimmy are OGs. Tisha says she felt like Melody showed her how she felt about her. Her and Kimmy, I'm not understanding, because when the show first started, she was trying to introduce y'all to people at the galas. She's always tried to be influential, improve y'all lives. She got y'all this show. Y'all getting this check. Y'all are able to start other business because of this check, because of the notoriety and the fame and the popularity of it. Like, what more can she do? You can't overlook one damn thing. You the one that chose to bring Destiny's destructive ass, okay? I'm gonna give her a big D, all right? Destructive, destitute, desperate, dusty, okay? Destiny. You chose to be messy and bring this woman around Melody. She didn't do shit but stalk Melody the whole time. She gonna get her ass on the stage and deny it, and Melody was like, lies you tell. Just every time we sat down for dinner, you would sit next to me, whispering to me, like trying to butter me up. She wanted to love bomb Melody. And then, as soon as she didn't get her way again, what was she gonna do? Discard her and devalue her. Like a narcissist. That's why she over there with Martel and Ariane. Okay, at the narcissism headquarters, honey. Okay? Kimmy said they used to film with Melody in the backyard for nothing. Well, girl, what did it end up being? You ended up getting a damn check. So y'all so hard on male, and I want y'all to pay attention to these women and how women police other women, but when it come to they man that has them in a burning house, they let him get away with every damn thing under the sun. There are no complaints. Y'all know how to bow down and acquiesce and kiss his feet, but when it's Melody, you just can't overlook, okay, you know, you just can't overlook one damn thing, which is the room. You was out of town on a beautiful trip. Y'all could have upgraded or went somewhere else or, you know, so a mess. Kimmy says she got caught in the crossfires because Tisha invited Destiny. But Kimmy still feels like they should have had a better room. They made certain sacrifices for Melody to be on this show, but y'all ended up joining the damn show and getting a damn check. And then y'all, look at how you acted on this reunion. You know what I'm saying? And the trip was before the damn reunion. And then, you know, like, Kimmy, you be acting funny. Y'all act funny towards this woman, but she's supposed to have all this loyalty to y'all? I don't think so. Latifah, you sat up there and just accused Melody of being inappropriate with your husband. And when it came down to it, she wasn't inappropriate. You just freaking insecure. Tisha is the reason why, you guys, I do not hang around certain women. As soon as I pick up you insecure, you got low self-esteem, you trying to compete where you damn sure don't compare, we can't be cool. I can't do it. That's exhausting. Carlos brings up Melody's fans, that her fans have gotten to her head so much that now, you know, she's comparing herself to Jesus. That's what Nell compared her to when, you know, they was on the trip. Melody feels like it's ridiculous. Nell said it was just a joke. Carlos asks Nell, and this sounds like a question he was asking or wanted to say for himself. He asks Nell, do you feel like Melody's head has blown up? Nell says yes. Miss Nell said that Melody always says she's the queen and nobody is going to do this or that. And Melody said Miss Nell actually said that about her. And I believe that. I believe that. I'm going to say this about Melody. Melody is very popular on this show. She's driven. She's motivated. You know, she's talented. She has ambition, okay? I think the problem with Melody is some of what we saw on this reunion. It was the acting as if, like, Miss Nell can't be a mentor or, you know. But now that I'm looking at that, I feel like now that is being questioned because it's just like, what really happened in y'all damn relationship? But we gonna get to it. But I feel like when it comes to Melody comes off sometimes like, I know everything. Y'all don't need to tell me nothing. She could be dismissive. You know, she could be passive aggressive. I told y'all throughout me reviewing this show, Melody does have some unlikable ways that I think that the group they don't like about her. But it's some shit that we see with them that ain't right either. Okay, so touche. To me, Melody is more likable than them. Okay. Because honestly, without Melody, we wouldn't have no Love and Marriage Huntsville. Without Martel, we wouldn't have no Love and Marriage Huntsville. We wouldn't. Like, when I tell you, this is the show that keeps on giving. I never worry about commentary or anything, even when this show goes off, because I know we're going to be busy. There will be something going on, something to talk about. So, like, you got to give it to Melody at the same time that, like, she knows how to draw people into this show. Her and Martel, to me, they are the stars of the show that really did that. Now, these last couple of seasons, it's like Martel really fell off and really should be fired. But honey, that's a story for another day. The point I'm making is, there's a lot of jealousy on that stage as well. There's a lot. And what I've learned with Melody is sometimes I don't understand why she's reacting to something the way that she is. And then it just seems like I'll begin to understand once I see how the cast is moving. Then it's like, okay, now I see why, she could be a little passive aggressive. I see why maybe she choose to keep this, close to the chest. Or now I kind of see why. Do you see what I'm saying? So even with some of Melody's unlikable traits, it's just like you begin to kind of understand why she is the way she is with this specific group, because they are jealous. They are. Like, Destiny don't know if she want to love or hate Mel, but she wants to destroy her. She is up there giving single black female that's obsessed. And we know women, when they become obsessed with another woman, it's just way too much. I believe what Melody said about Miss Nell, everybody fall in line, play their role. Because Miss Nell got hella quiet when Melody said that. So, like, you can't say that the show has went to her head, but then in the next breath, you telling everybody to fall in line. So, yeah. Melody began sliding down in her chair. I was like, what is she doing? Why is Tisha trying to fix Mel's hair? You ain't Latifah, single black female. You another one. She got one on one side and one on the other. Latifah and Destiny. Miss Nell began saying how she mentored to Mel. This is my issue with this, because I feel like I don't have enough information, because at first it looked like Melody, it's like you have a rebuttal for everything. Like, just give this woman this, okay, she mentored you. Or counsel you. I think that's the more appropriate word if it had anything to do with Martel. I think counsel would be more of the word. We all look at words differently. I think you can mentor somebody in a personal situation, but maybe that's not Melody's definition of mentor. Maybe it's like on a business level. So I do understand and get that. We all just see stuff differently. One of the issues I will say though, as far as Melody is, like, when it comes to Miss Nell, just she says what she says, and then I feel like just let her have that. Just if she was there for you, if she counseled you, just let her have it. Don't feel the need to, but and explain, and you know what I'm saying? Just let her have it. Let her have it, honey. So Melody says, but haven't I did that to you too, Miss Nell? Somebody younger can mentor somebody older, or they can counsel somebody that's older. That's if the person allows it. I don't think Miss Nell is that type of person. I do feel like Miss Nell feels like maybe she's like a big sister, a auntie to Mel. And I think it bothers her that Mel won't just let her have that. It's just always a rebuttal. It's just always, no, you didn't really help me like that. And I didn't don't argue with people. That's another thing I will say about Melody that is not likable. Stop arguing, with people over your intentions. Let them say how they feel. how they felt is how they felt, right? There was some people that got on me. Well, why Melody have to apologize to her? She don't owe her shit. Sometimes in social situations, and I've been there in professional situations where I didn't really feel like I did anything wrong, but I didn't mean to hurt anybody. So I will apologize. It is appropriate. I'm not too good to where I can't apologize. I'm coming to you all from a humble place. And when you get to the point where, well, how you feel, this is what Melody said. How you feel is how she feel is how she feel. She did that before. I forgot who it was, but you can't do that with people. That's another thing. You being dismissive and condescending, and don't do that. Acknowledge, but she already apologized on the show. Yeah, but we're not on the damn show. We're in this moment. So have enough humility inside you and apologize and move on. That's it. That's all people be wanting. It's the more you have to rebuttal, the more you have to like explain and well, no, that ain't what, don't do that. Don't do that. Be likable. Be easy to get along with. Okay? I know it's a challenge though with this group because they are a bit manipulative. They are. With some of the stuff that they do. Miss Nail messed up with bringing her mother into it. Because now it makes it look like, well, Melody is just being insensitive. And it's like, no, she didn't ask you to leave your mother to come help counsel her. I didn't like that part of it. So I got on Nail for that. But yeah, and then I saw somebody else make a comment saying, I don't never get on Mel. I do. I do get on Mel. I don't agree with everything she does. I am a fan of hers, but I do call stuff out. Y'all know that I do. So Kimmy tries to jump herself in. Melody cuts her off because Kimmy was like, how you think it was going to be received? And then Melody began saying, wait a minute. And then, they played that damn music, honey. Carlos was looking at Melody, and then Melody began saying she appreciates Miss Neal. She is an elder. I'm pretty sure she done told you, hey, this is how I would go about doing something. And you just let the elders have that. There was certain stuff with my mother and my aunties, I would let them have that because they was older or they was a bit more mature in the situation than I was. It's like respect for your elders. But see, this is another thing. I don't really know the foundation of their relationship. Like, I don't know, like, was it, they did for each other? Was it Miss Nail? Melody is denying it. I'm just going off of what I see on the show. Destiny apologized for what she did to Mel. I'm sorry for what I had to do to you. That ain't no apology, bitch. I'm sorry for what I had to do to you. I wish a brother Tucker would. Okay. Melody says the opportunity for her and Destiny to be friendly towards each other went away when they, left St. Thomas. Because when they left St. Thomas, Destiny began assassinating Melody's character. And then Destiny said Melody exploited her by telling the lady she's acting like a stalker. Well, hell, you was. You was sitting next to her, you whispering to her, you acting like you miss her just to sink her. You know people by their fruits, by the things they do. You just got on here talking about Melody did something to Martel with a hook and a crook and in the back of a limo. And how the hell was your intentions towards Melody ever genuine for that to even come out your damn mouth? You ain't nobody's friend. I think you need to be by yourself, be in a relationship by your damn self. Because you are that's not how you move. Destiny says, why are we creating this narrative of a needy person or a person that's doing too much. Because, bitch, you are needy and you're doing too much. When are you going to admit to it? That's who you are. Okay? You're a leech. You want to cling and hang on to everybody that's successful. Stormy comes out. She's the surprise guest. I like the top of her dress, but the belly part I did not like. I think she has way too much money to be looking so cheap. I like the color on her. I liked her hair, but it just looked cheap. She paid for Kiki's funeral. And it's like, what happened with their life insurance? They didn't have it? And why Tisha and Martel? Why they didn't help pay? And Latifah, girl, you didn't even like your damn cousin. She get on here with her fake ass tears. Y'all notice Martel didn't say shiggity. That's right, nigga. Because if you look up all the clips of Martel and Kiki, he was dogging that woman, putting her in lowest terms. He kept bringing up her addiction issues. And it was just so funny that time that Kiki's husband had Marceau running, honey, at that cookout for Kimmy and Maurice. That was so funny. I just watched that clip, honey. It was everything. But yeah, that's sad that Stormy had to do everything, and Tisha, like the fact that maybe Kiki's husband probably didn't want no money from y'all because y'all treated Kiki bad. Tisha says she regrets, not working things out with her cousin. You meant what you said. Y'all have to stop this behavior when people die. I get you feel bad that people died, but you didn't like her like that. So you need to be honest and transparent because you was not feeling your cousin. You was upset that she got with Mel and was telling Mel your business, making you look bad. You could no longer put on a facade. Okay, Kiki cracked your foundation on this show. She tested your credibility. They showed on the show, they had a memorial for her. Maurice was crying about how Kiki was always there for her kids. I thought he was full of shiggity because to me, it just seemed like you was on your brother's side. You weren't really trying to hear what Kiki had to say, you or Kimmy. Y'all remember when she threw that water on Tisha? I don't know. I don't know, child. It was a mess. A lot of people were saying, well, Melody wasn't crying and Melody didn't show up. Maybe she paid her respects, I'm sure, another way. Okay? A lot of people keep saying, I keep looking in people comment sections, well, Melody should feel guilty because she used that girl, and Kiki was a willing participant. Nobody used her. Okay? It's unfortunate how things ended for her. And Kiki was my girl. Y'all know that. I loved her way more than I liked Tisha. I love Kiki. But Kiki chose to do things the wrong way and to trust the wrong people. Okay? And that's what happens. Nobody is immune to that. That's what happens when you link up with people you can't trust. You're going to get burned. Maurice get to saying, if you could do something for her family. How about y'all, the Scotts, do something? Shit. When y'all go do something? Okay? Melody got her a job on this show. When y'all go do y'all part? Latifah, you didn't even want her to share this platform with you. That's why I don't like Latifah. Because there really are people, you guys, that feel like you are no longer a threat to them only because you're not here. I don't dibble and dabble, with that. One thing I was able to relate to in regards to my sister is, you all know that I lost my sister in 2007. And we were not on the best of terms when she died. Even when she was still alive and fighting for her life, I still showed up to the hospital. And when I tell you, I let all that go. When I seen them, shocking my sister and trying to, keep her here. And, you just let all that go. My personality, it changed after that. I was a lot more passive. I would let people get away with stuff. So sometimes grief, it does not bring out the best in your personality. You can kind of just change in a major way in which doesn't serve you. But I did understand what Tisha was saying as far as like, yeah, like death just has a way of letting you let go of some shit. And I have vowed to myself, like, I'm not going to be holding on, to no grudges with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody like my sister that influenced me, that it has inspired me. Shout out to my sister. Rest in peace, Angela Quinn. I love you. Oh, and while it's on my mind, I want to send a shout out to my daughter, Chantel Shammy. My baby's food truck won. They did a food truck at her school, and she had like a smoothie food truck. So yeah, and they sent this card home saying, yeah, your food truck won. And my daughter said they didn't even have all the ingredients, but she's been working so hard in school, and my daughter is so smart, you guys. So shout out to my baby for, I believe in you. You keep going, baby. Child, I'm over Latifah because she gets to talking about, yeah, well, Kiki was my first cousin, and they just running with what they seen on the show. Girl, it demonstrated how you treated your first cousin, and that death does not change that. Child, it looked like Carlos wants Stormy back on the show. Stormy said she ain't coming back, and Courtney never wanted to be on the show. He only did the show for her. So maybe she'll come back next year, since Melody ain't coming back. I wish he would have talked to Stormy more about the thing with Melody and wanting Melody to talk to the fans. I felt like that was a big thing that should have been discussed. So, yeah. Carlos tells the cast that life is too short, and he hopes that they find it in their hearts to forgive each other and to reconcile their issues, especially, since Kiki is no longer here. So, yeah, that was pretty much, you guys, the reunion. I will say this, all 3 parts was good. All 3 was good. It was. All right, you guys. That's all I have to say about that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next